Welcome to the KX Country Clubhouse. I'm Pete Walker from KX96, and today we're pleased to be joined by singer, songwriter, musician, and Edmonton Oilers fan, Dan Davidson. Dan, thanks for being a part of this today.
Oh, my pleasure, Pete. Good to talk to you and see your face in sort of real life again, kind of.
Great to see you too. Now, I left a few hyphens out there: singer, songwriter, musician. You're also a video producer, editor, director, concert promoter. What am I leaving out here?
I'm a great interpretive dancer. I make a mean grilled cheese sandwich. All these things.
How's your summer going so far? What do you think of hockey in the summer, by the way, with the NHL back?
I kind of love it, to be honest. Like it's a little weird, but there's something about sitting, like I was just at the lake last week. I was sitting down at the dock with my laptop and beer burritos, watching the Oilers get worked over. And even though that hurts, it was the right kind of hurt, you know, like summertime hockey outside. It's the best. It's amazing.
And how are your picks going so far? You've been quite successful, although you missed that Pens-Habs game the other night.
Yeah. I thought that they had it there, but I mean, I'm pretty good. I think like I watched the first day of the qualifiers, and I was a little surprised at a couple games. But yeah, you know, it's kind of wild. It really shows you anything can happen once you're there. Like it's just like the 5-game series thing is weird. I just bought the NHL package last night like a sucker, so it's just sitting on my TV in the corner there all day. It's going to be way too much hockey.
Now, we know the pandemic has affected many of you guys in the music industry. It doesn't seem to have affected you as much because you're kind of a one-man band. You're a one-man show. You make your own videos. You record your songs. You kind of do it all on your own there. And so has it been that different for you other than not playing in front of fans this summer?
You know what? It has been a massive shift for sure. Things are way different because, you know, like it's very rarely do I get a Saturday and Sunday at home in the summertime. So, you know, it's been great on the family in the summertime side of things, where I get to like hang out with my girls lots and, you know, garden and do weird stuff that I don't usually get to do. But I'm still oddly really busy. Like I've been producing and writing tons for other artists. And I even got into doing some stuff for some J-pop and K-pop bands, which is like channeling my inner 17-year-old Korean girl is not always the easiest of tasks. But yeah, so I mean, up for the creative challenge, of course, and we've been doing that and getting a little bit of vacation time, but also putting together this Dieselbird show. So, you know, we're really lucky to be the first ones to the table on the digital side of things earlier this year. So we had Canada's first digital music festival, and that was just wild, man. It was like, before we knew it, we had all the country acts in Canada. We had, you know, Dallas and Brett and the Reclaws and Barker and Megan and Jess and like, you name it, we had them. And it got so busy that we ended up adding the second day with, you know, Josh Ramsey from Mariana's Trench and Adam Gontier from Sing to Sonia and just all these great pop artists as well. So it was cool to raise money for Unison and kind of try and be a leader in that sense with live music. And that's what we're trying to do again with the Hotel Music Festival.
Yes, and I'll get to that in a moment. I wanted to bring up Dieselbird because I thought it was a great thing. And a lot of folks out there may not know about the Unison Fund. It helps music industry people who are down and out financially and otherwise, and a really good cause. And we invite everybody really to look it up. And if you can throw a few bucks their way, great.
Yeah, it is really important. You know, this, like you said, like this has just decimated the music industry really, because it's not just guys like me that are not touring and not making money, but it's also like all of our side guys, all our musicians, you know, that's their gig. Like there's no backup plan when you have that gig, you know, you're not going back to your regular 9 to 5. Like that's your 9 to 5 is playing guitar or drums or being a front of house tech or a guitar tech or any of that stuff. So that hit those people really hard. And yeah, Unison is great for that because it not only supports them with, you know, things like financial services, but also mental health. There's some counseling that can help there. And I think mental health is a massive concern during the times of pandemic in the music industry because there's no certainty. And, you know, Dallas's bass player had a really funny post the other day about it. He said, only 2 more working days till Christmas. Kind of valid. So yeah,
that's great.
I mean, we joked about it, but it's crazy out there for sure.
Let's get back to that other festival you mentioned. Dieselbird 2, I guess, isn't coming. What was that other one you mentioned?
Yeah, so the Dieselbird Hotel Music Festival, it's happening on Friday this week, actually. So we teamed up with 604 and Steelhead. So that's going to be Jojo Mason, Andrew Hyatt, Sean Austin, Kristen Carter, Kadu, and then myself and Clayton Nominee are going to be playing on it as well. So it's Canada's first hotel music festival. We got about, I think it's something like 100 balconies with 4 people per room, all looking out over this outdoor pool deck at the Ramada downtown Calgary. So it's something that's really never been done before. Big stage, big sound, big lights. So it's going to feel like this is the closest thing that Canada is going to get to an outside summer music festival so far, I think.
It's really amazing to see people kind of, I won't say scrambling, but coming up with new, fresh ideas to get music out to people. The fans are as starved for it as you guys are starved to play. So people are really thinking outside the box, to use a cliche.
Yeah, and I think it's honestly, that's all we can do right now. And that's for me, it's all about content, and it's all about coming up with these little things, and also planning for when we can finally get some normalcy back in our lives. But like the streaming thing was great. It was really cool for a second there, but now it's just, we're so saturated with it that we're trying to move on to the next thing. And luckily I was able to partner with a few forward-looking people and kind of jump all over an opportunity. So who knows what's going to be next.
Can we talk about your new song and your new video? Because, man, if there's something I enjoy doing is watching your videos. Never a dull moment. The song's called No Last Call. I had a look at it this morning, and I love you playing every instrument in the band, bud.
I did my best impression, but yeah, it's, that was a funny one too, because it was like, you've seen my music videos, a lot of them are travel based and we're out doing crazy stuff in public. And so I was like, okay, I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything, but I have a huge green screen studio, like 20 feet from where I record my vocals in Edmonton here. So I got my video producer, Travis, to just set up the green screen, and we emptied out all my stupid prop bin from the back room, and, took a bunch of stuff from my garage, anything I could find. And we just started shooting it with all these costumes. And the worst part about doing a green screen video is you have no idea if it's funny or not until after it's edited. So I just felt like a moron for about a week, and then I was like, oh, I think it's somewhat funny. So, yeah, it was cool, man. It was fun, and that's a big part of what I try to do, is just try to make people smile and have a good time with the music, because I think right now it's something that everybody could use. So.
It certainly does that, Dan. I laughed out loud. And the song's great too, No Last Call. It's already up and streaming, I'm sure, and on Spotify and all those lists.
It is, yeah. It's kind of just like a great sit in the lawn chair and have a beer in the backyard kind of a song. It's drinking at a safe social distance type of tune. So I'm hoping it's good summer vibes and people are digging it. I love the song. It's actually a song I've been playing for a little while now, but during the slowdown in the pandemic, I was like, this might be a chance for me to give that song the attention that I think it deserves. So I decided to toss it out there and see what happens.
You're a pretty creative guy. I mean, with the videos and the songwriting, and as a musician, and certainly with all these other things, all these other irons in the fire you got going on. I hope you've had a chance to have some downtime with the family as well this summer and get out and enjoying stuff.
Yeah, I just spent about 10 days up in northern Manitoba out at the lake, and a lot of people, you vacation in northern Manitoba? Yeah, every summer we go back to where my parents grew up in Flin Flon and get a little lake time out there. So it was amazing. I would maybe send a couple emails in the morning, and that was it. And we were on the pontoon boat and jumping in the lake the rest of the time. So, besides the mosquitoes, it was probably about the best summer vacation I've had in a decade.
I was going to say, I've heard that about Manitoba. Despite the bugs, there's some great beaches on Lake Manitoba and Winnipegosis.
Yeah, it's, I don't really spend too much time down in the southern part, but up in Flin Flon, it's very much just like Muskoka, like Canadian Shield, beautiful, deep, cold lakes that are clean. And out here in Alberta, people that grow up in Alberta and go to lakes here just have no idea what they're missing. It's so crazy to me. Like I went out to my in-laws lake when I first started dating my wife, and they wanted to know if I wanted to go for a water ski. So I did. Blew my mind that I had to start in the middle of the lake, and I was still standing up to my chest, and I had to have a shower after I got out of the lake. And in my lake, that's how you shower. You jump in the lake. So yeah, it's so nice to get out there and get back to those deep, cold Canadian Shield lakes.
The Motel Dieselbird Festival this weekend. What else is coming up? September, October, obviously, a lot's up in the air, but have you got some plans at all?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a lot of writing trips planned, so I'm going to be trying to do that virtually. But I'm working, you know, Clayton Bellamy and I work on a lot of stuff together. So we're producing a record for him right now. And I'm going to be releasing some new music in the fall as well. So lots more music videos, and maybe I can come up with something else that we can do with Dieselbird to try and get to the front of the pack on a new idea again. But who knows? I mean, it's really tough to say, honestly. Like, we have to be heads on a swivel in the music industry right now. So yeah, I'm sure you guys working from home is a big, strange adjustment from everybody.
We haven't been working from home. We've been here in the studio these last 21 weeks.
Oh, wow. Good for you guys. Troopers.
Yeah, well, it's great to see your smile, and it's great to hear you, Dan. And we're talking with Dan Davidson here in the KX Country Clubhouse. And I do hope you can, once this thing's over, and by the way, I read a great quote the other day. It said, people are starting to say once COVID's over, in much the same term, in much the same fashion that they go, when I win the lottery.
That's 100% accurate. Yeah, I mean, they could say it really has changed everything. And, you know, even just like watching the Oiler game last night, and they had a virtual 50-50 where the winner wins like $2 million. Like, I could see that becoming a thing they just do all the time. So who knows?
We appreciate you taking the time with us today, Dan Davidson. Best of luck this weekend with the festival. Keep us posted and stay in touch, buddy.
Cheers, Pete. So I miss you guys out there. Hopefully I'll be out one day soon when COVID happens and I win the lottery.
Me too, buddy. Thanks again.
All right. Cheers. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers. Bye now.